You are part
National lockdown. Lockdown. The Lockdown Companion.
I can't say the number 19 without doing that.
It's
No,
it's the number.
19.
I don't know that, but I remember being 19.
Really?
I do. I remember. In my memory, I'm still 20, probably 23, but 19 was a really, really loose age, eh?
Yeah, 19. Yeah, for sure. Same. Loose age at 19, actually.
19, you're carefree.
Fucking big time, dude. I think there's something about going over that 20 hurdle that maybe start growing up a little bit. You don't, but you think. I definitely thought maybe you should start partying this hard.
See, I think and this is probably why guys are known as, and in particular guys, I say guys, I mean me, why I'm known as immature. But through my 20s, 20 to 25, I think I thought of myself as like 18, 19. 25 to 30, I started thinking, yeah, I'm fucking early 20s, dude. Yeah, whatever. It says 29. I'm 22, really. And then past 30, I still sort of think, come on, man, I'm 20s as fuck.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like, it is, because you are as old as you feel. That is a fact. You are just as old as you feel. I don't even think about the age thing, because I think if you did, it really starts to stress you out. Probably.
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
There's the odd thing where I'm like, fuck, like I'm 30. You know, now I'm 34. I remember being like 20.
God, we're the same age. It's so cute,
isn't it? I remember being like 28 and thinking, oh, I should really like buy a house and stuff like that. And then. But it's funny when you meet people that are younger than you, that you automatically think are older than you, because they're solely got shit together so much, and you're just like, as if you're younger than me. Like, I barely shave. Like, how are you young?
I know. I was just about to say, just the facial hair aspect.
Yeah.
I just have like inbuilt like respect for people with good facial hair. You know, I'm just like, well, you're for sure older than me. Yeah. You know more about tax brackets, about kind of how hard it is to like buy a house on something budget, this and that, share prices.
And I think when you're younger as well, like school, the whole facial hair thing was massive, because you were like, oh, as soon as I get a bit of facial hair, I look older, and I guess you just automatically think I'll go through this thing, and that's what happens. You get a beard, but then, dude, I barely shave. Like, it's crazy. I had to just shave now. That's why I look so good today.
You do look good today.
But
you do.
But like, nothing happened.
I still got patches. Can you see that patch there?
Yeah.
That's Nike 6.0 when I rode for them, and I did that big crash where I slid my head backwards.
Right.
That was I had a ProTech helmet, and it had D-locks, because I just thought moto D-locks. You know, like a over and through D-locks.
Yeah.
So anyone listening there, like the way that a lot of old moto helmets anyway. I think now they've got like, old school helmets had this like D-lock system where you go over and under kind of thing. I got my own strap because I wanted a white ProTech with a white strap, because I was gangster like that. Yeah. That's what I wanted. Yeah. And then it cut in when I slid, when I was knocked out and I slid along, it cut in obviously, and I had like cuts all under there, and it's never going back.
Crazy, isn't it? Ripped out the follicles and everything. Did a deal.
Yeah. I just obviously need to keep shaving it.
How many days growth is that? What you're working with there?
I'd love to say it comes back quickly, but it really doesn't. No. Yeah, I don't have good facial hair.
My dad's is solid. My dad's is so strong.
Is it?
Yeah, he's like goes to work in the morning, like clean shaven, like me now. Comes home in the evening, beard.
Mate, that's sick. I always wanted it. I had Grant Robinson, the photographer. Used to hang out with him, and his facial hair honestly goes up to there. Really? I just thought, oh, that is so cool. Yeah. Like some sort of like werewolf creature.
Yeah, it would be nice. I don't know. I'm not that fussed anymore. It kind of keeps you young and youthful. It's funny, isn't it? Because you go through that stage of like, wanting to look older, and then you get to maybe 20 for me, trying to think. Maybe 25, and you're like, no, I like looking younger now. It's pretty cool. Like, I like it when you can hook up with younger girls.
Oh dear, he's revealed something. mate, what do they say about it's like the formative years of your life, like your facial features will be like if you've had a happy first 30 years, then permanently you have like smile lines.
Really?
I think I got a few. Yeah, it's something like you can see if I smile, they all fit perfect. Whereas if I'm sad, it doesn't really work. It's I don't know, but I think subsequently I don't mind these wrinkles because I think they mean I've been happy or something.
Mate, that's great. You just keep telling yourself that. I think you'll grow old and you'll be so happy and wise and just like.
Yeah, dude, these aren't wrinkles. They're just because I laugh loads.
Laughter
You
line.
should try it.
Laughter
Try
scars.
it sometime. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Laughter.
I could get Botoxed out. Are there any mountain bike? Riders that have fucked with Botox? Do you reckon?
Ooh,
Male or female?
interesting. Who could have? I'm trying to think, man. Who could have? Who's even like baller? I reckon one day Gwyn might. I feel like Gwyn's that sort of guy. You know, House in the Hill.
Yeah.
You know, all the.
Yeah, but then again, also, I think Gwyn's going to check out. Gwyn's no. He's out of there. He's going to go and play golf and count his money at some point. You know what I mean? Whereas someone like Hans Ray, I was thinking.
Oh yeah, maybe. You reckon?
See, Gwyn, I could imagine getting Botox, but just he wouldn't still be in the limelight. I'm thinking like
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone kind of thing.
Okay. I mean, you know what? Who could? Warner
Could get Botox, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Because he could be like this sort of like eccentric Cruella de Vil character.
With like
flouncing around,
hair,
like
perfect.
yeah, proper, beard. Just like
yeah,
like he just looks shocked the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh fuck me, mate! Yeah, let's get Warner on, dude.
Yeah, let's. I don't know him at all. Not at all. I've met him like twice ever in my whole life.
Yeah,
we should do that for sure.
We'd need to get him on.
Yeah, we can ask him.
Good point, actually.
Would he ever get Botox? We can ask him. That would.
Tippy's not going to get. I'm still going through the list in my head. Tippy's not getting Botox, is he? He's a man of the woods.
Had his teeth done.
Richie Schley could get Botox.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that. I'd love to hear from people. Who do you think would get Botox in mountain biking? I feel like it's more the CEOs and stuff that are going like under the radar, maybe showing up at an event like a World Cup, and they're like, you know, and all the riders are like, what the fuck happened to him? He looks totally different.
He looks surprised. Yeah, he was so surprised to see me.
Got some filler. Weird, isn't it?
Goodness
I
gracious.
didn't really mention any girls. You know, I don't really know any off the top of my head that would go and get that done.
Nah.
I don't feel
I can't think of any.
I don't feel like
Missy?
Missy could. Missy, yeah.
Rach ain't gonna fuck with Botox, is she?
She's, no. Does it make me go faster? No, not having it. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I can't think of any. Yeah,
interesting
thought, isn't it? Do you know? I talk smack on them. Like, do what you want. I literally couldn't care. But actually, the ones you notice are just the bad ones. Like, probably so many people have it and you don't even notice.
Yeah, true. Same with the lips too. A lot of girls get their lips and you wouldn't really know without.
No.
I don't know if I'd ever get
some of them. You look like you know.
Yeah. Trying to think. I don't think I'd ever get anything.
I've got a nose job. I've got to bring it up. I've had 2 nose jobs.
Have you? Yeah.
What can I? Yeah. Can you see it? It's actually collapsing now. If you look at the side profile. Yeah, it's actually collapsing again now. But I've had 2 because I crashed on my face too many times, and I couldn't breathe.
Right.
It was on the NHS, dude.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so I couldn't breathe at all through my nose.
Right.
And had a nose job, and I definitely think it made me look a lot more different. Probably in a good way, because it was really off to one side before, and I didn't really care about the aesthetic of it. But then afterwards, when it all healed, I was actually like, well, actually, girls are going to like me more.
Really?
You know? Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, don't know if it's the case.
And has it? If you got it's not. If you got like 2 photos, can you noticeably tell that it's a different nose?
I've never done that.
Ooh.
I've never done that. But if I watch 3-minute gaps, which I've got a segment alongside Bren and Sam in, that's before my nose jobs both, and to me it's really noticeable. I see it straight away. I'm like, fuck, look at my nose. But it's because you're used to looking at yourself in the mirror or seeing a reflection of you. So you've got this image of what you actually look like.
Yeah.
Like, it's always weird when you see a video of you. I don't know if you've ever had a video of you walking away from a camera or something.
I can't think of one, but I know exactly what you mean. That when you see yourself
another
in
good
any
one.
form of media, you're like, is that me? Like, fucking hell.
Yeah. Another good one is, so you're used to looking in a mirror, and the mirror reverses your features. So when you actually see a front-on shot of the same view that you see in the mirror, it's the other way round.
Interesting.
How weird is that?
That is interesting. Wow. Yeah, that is interesting.
So I had 2 nose jobs.
Hotel mirrors, and it's slightly different, and they've got like really good lighting, and you look at yourself and you're just like, what the fuck? That's so scary. You got like all these little pimples everywhere and blackheads.
Fucking weird, isn't it? Yeah.
I hate those mirrors.
Totally, yeah.
I hate those mirrors.
Yeah, I do as well.
The dark.
And then the zoom ones, the ones that come out on the like the little disc.
Yeah, and you can really see, and you're like, oh wow, as if I've got like all those little hair follicles or blackheads or.
Yeah, man, it's gnarly, isn't it?
You start seeing in yourself.
It is, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. So I had 2, so I can't really talk about cosmetic procedures. But then my brother actually can't breathe at all through his nose. Poor bugger's smallest guy on court, so he just gets nailed, elbowed in the face, smashed around, and his nose is so wonk, and he can't breathe at all. So, and he's eligible for the surgery, but they were just like, why would you do it whilst you're still playing? It's kind of pointless.
Elbows in basketball,
which is a good point. Oh mate, it's brutal,
right.
Especially if you're at the smaller end of the spectrum. You're not dishing them out; you're taking them a lot more. You're getting pushed around.
I didn't know that. It doesn't seem like much of a physical sport, but I guess it probably is. I've been watching a little bit.
Brutal, dude. Brutal.
A little bit, because it's on Sky Sports Mix, so the NBA's on there.
A really good, a really good way to, like, if you just pick a player and follow a player, because that's the easiest way for me. If I'm watching a game, obviously I watch the whole game, but I watch largely my brother because I'm just there to cheer on my brother. And you really see how much someone gets pushed around if you just focus in on one player.
Yeah.
So when they're off the ball is when it happens. They're never on the ball, because then you get called for a foul. All eyes are on the guy with the ball. So when they're off the ball, they're just like...
Right, that's cool. Yeah, a different way of watching. And I feel like a lot of sport as well, I think the more you understand it, the more you put in, the more you get out with anything like that. I remember watching like a hockey game a few years ago, actually, with some friends, and they were just like, what is going on? But when you understand the game, you've played it, or whatever, you can be like, no, this is what they're doing. They're setting up this, this move. They're setting up formation. You just can figure it all out. But
it's very
someone
cool,
said
isn't
that
it?
to me ages ago, that like with sport, it is what you put in is what you get out. You just understand the storyline, and everything a little bit better. So
yeah, you're definitely right. Like, it makes it's quite cool how you can go down those rabbit holes then, isn't it? So you can pick a sport and you can just like get obsessed with it. Like I'm currently on the surfing thing hard. I surfed once when I was in Indonesia. I've never surfed. I've never had an interest really in it. I've always thought it's cool aesthetically. Whereas now I'm just like fucking surf fan. But like proper bum, all the surfers. Yeah, just watching all the videos. Like, I know all about the bloody North Shore of Oahu. Like, what am I doing?
Dude, a surfboard would be sick on the G-Wag.
Wouldn't it?
Really cool. Really.
But I've got to get jet ski first, dude. I've got a list of things I've got to get.
Water-based
never ends.
Need to complete.
All water-based for some reason. I think it just shows success. If you can play in the water loads, it shows success, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does. It really does. It really does.
And freedom.
Exactly. So how's the ankle holding up, dude? Before we get into it.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm just gonna be positive. No, actually, I'm gonna be real, because I'm fucking real, dude. On this podcast, I really am who I am. It's really shit and boring. I'm hating it at the minute. Honestly, I'm staying indoors, watching TV. I go out for a walk once a day. It's shit.
Yeah. It's the process, isn't it?
It's progress.
Process.
Yeah. It just seems a bit shit at the minute. Like, I think normally with injuries, I like go and hang out with mates, or I hang out at the trails and just sit around and you just socialise a bit. But it's the same thing everyone's feeling at the minute. They're not able to just do the things that they'd normally do. But just with an injury, you kind of rely on those things a little bit. You rely on like but I'm going to the pub in the evening with everyone, so I'll catch up then. You feel a bit less guilty about lying around for the rest of the day. Whereas now I'm just, what am I doing? I'm just lying around. It's all I can't really do all of that much more. So, yeah, it's all good.
Good.
Can't complain.
Cast off, which is a
cracking
progress.
Yeah, is that since last week?
Yeah. You had
I had
the cast on. Then you've done the vlog, which came out, which is really good.
Oh mate, wicked! Oh, loads to talk about. So that is the biggest. Yes, so that's 2 weeks in, and then I've got an air boot on now. Have you had an air boot before?
I've had an air boot before. Yeah, I have.
Brilliant, aren't they? They're really game changing. They just mean you can like take it out and like go in the bath, or just do like you become a bit more normal, don't you? But I've still got a month left of no weight bearing, which is.
Are you still on crutches, even though you've got the boot on?
Oh, fucking right. Yeah, I can't put any weight through it. It's just the same as having a normal cast on. At the end of the 4 weeks, they'll decide whether I can take the air boot off and then put weight on it, or keep the air boot on and put weight on it.
Okay, interesting. Right.
So, yeah, the air boot currently is just the same as a cast, so I'm not like... Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. I'll send you a picture, I did send you a picture.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe how, like, black and blue the whole leg is still from...
I'll put the photo
it's
on the YouTube right now. I'll make it come up.
Because, dude, it's Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. I had surgery. Yeah. Like, if you think that's like 2 weeks on, there's like all of this bruising and weirdness. It's crazy,
It is. Do you think a lot of it's that it's just like, maybe not actually, I'm being stupid, but like it doesn't see any light or anything. It's just like in there in this dark.
I don't know.
Just like, ugh.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I guess there's a lot of just like bleeding and upset from being cut open going on, and maybe it's not like traumatic injury, is it? It's not the same as like falling off and bruising, like a blunt force trauma. It's just bleeding, I guess. I don't know. I'm too stupid, unfortunately. and the medical conversation ends there.
Let's move on swiftly. We forgot to do a bit of an ad for. I say ad. It's not an ad. Just a shout out to Focus. So they've got a new bike which has been launched today. It's not called an Alpha. No, it is called an Alpha. No, it's not called an Alpha. It's called an Atlas.
Oh, what's it called, Davey? Yeah, he got it. He got it.
It's the new cross bike from Focus, and I urge everyone to check it out. It's the one that they lent me to do my 50-hour gravel bike ride on. Which
is it? So you've already experienced it. You've had a go on it. Good man. What's it like?
Good. I mean, it's my first ever ride on a gravel bike. And what a lovely bicycle to go for my first ever ride on. Ticked off the 50 mile.
Wicked.
Got a load of photos from it, from James, who's the photographer for Focus. And went out with you as well on that ride, which is really cool from Focus. So, yeah, it's good. I'm going to, throw some posts up and stuff. But yeah, cool. So, and I think gravel bike could be pretty good this time of year if you can get one. Not as gnarly as going out on a mountain bike, not as much stuff to clean, a little bit easier. I don't know, get some miles ticked up.
Yeah, it could be cool, couldn't it? Yeah. I think the cool thing about that Atlas, it's got all of those mounting points for all the bike packing stuff.
True that.
Oh, have we got another guest, dude?
All right,
I
boys.
think he's just invited himself in.
Hey! Look, we haven't even done an intro, dude. We were just talking about feeling and emotion, and then you just butt in.
Yeah, I was a bit emotional, way.
Welcome to our guest.
I thought what would happen would you sit here in this waiting room, Wyn. I don't know if you saw that, and then I could put you in, but you just popped up. So,
well,
he kicked in the door, waving the 4-4.
It said join show, so I was like, all right, I'll join the show.
Sick, nice, good to see you, dog.
Yeah, again, we got a guest, and I need to make a note of the time, which it doesn't show you, so even better. 18 minutes, okay.
Hey, Wyn, you got some heavy branding going on there. Woo, he's playing for keeps, holy.
It's
want to talk us through that? Jeez.
I think it's because I'm sitting underneath a roof light, so it's like shining bright.
I tell you what, I find myself already entering the numbers on your hoodie into my browser. I'm trying to buy stuff already just from looking at you.
Well, these things happen.
You're in work. How are you, dude? Thanks for jumping on here.
Yeah, pretty good. Well, as good as we can be, eh? Just cruising along, really.
Mate, I tell you, it's not normally like this. This isn't a normal British winter. It's not.
It's Pretty
What's
slow.
Wyn,
What's the normal British
Dude.
winter then?
dude. So this is your first British winter, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. How are you coping with it?
Well, today was a bit more wet than it has been, but when it was frozen, when the ground was frozen, it was kind of nice.
Yeah. There you go. That's a positive.
Yeah, I think so. But you must be looking at New Zealand a little bit, or even Germany, or mainly New Zealand, and going, what if?
Yeah, you just try not to look at any Instagram stories from New Zealand. But for me, it's kind of a good change because otherwise I'd just be in New Zealand going hard like the whole year never stops.
Yeah, true.
And now it's like 4 p.m. it's dark, so you got to chill actually.
Yeah.
In New Zealand it's light till 10, so you just ride until 9, and then you're like rushing to have dinner and try and like get relaxed before you can sleep, but then you don't sleep till like 12, and then you start riding again at 10 in the morning.
Yeah. Long days, eh?
Yeah, it's massive.
Sounds tough.
Oh, dude.
Definitely move to the UK.
What I mean by it, and it's not normally like this. So Wyn's moved to where I live in the Surrey Hills, basically, and normally we have a lot going on, and there's a lot of people around to ride with. There's such a scene here that normally it'd be amazing to have you here and biking around. Obviously not right now because I've got a broken ankle, but
Yeah.
like normally we really kill it through the winters, I reckon. Anyway,
Yeah.
and yeah, you've just come on a really bad one.
Well, I've been on pretty much the Kerr program, so I've just been doing whatever's happening with Bernard and the family, really.
He keeps those days packed.
Yeah, they're quite busy. He starts early with the dogs, and then it's all go from there.
Yeah. Good.
So what
there's
made
always-
you move to the UK, man? I'm sure there's many people thinking the same thing. But what's the reason for switching over? Because for people who might not know as well, you were in Germany before. You were in Munich.
Yeah, I was living in Munich for probably 5 years or so, but only I'd try to still go home and escape the winters. So mostly just during the summer, and then we were there because my wife was working for BMW, and now she works for Rolls-Royce. So we're here in Chichester, and yeah, Chi-Town they call it here.
Is that right?
So I've learned. Yeah.
Sick.
So you're-
Let's go. Go on. Sorry, Ollie.
No, you got it, dude.
Good move though, I think. Do you reckon? Like, do you think it's going to be good overall for being based in the UK? Is it better? Is it worse? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, for riding and everything, there's more people around that don't have jobs and ride bikes for a job.
Yeah.
So that's quite a bonus because in Germany it was pretty quiet during the day, and you'd only be able to ride with people when they're not working, and there wasn't so many people. So from that side, it's pretty sick. And there's always something happening: pit bikes, mountain bikes, whatever, motorbikes.
Too right.
Yeah. So
Dude,
You did loads of digging in Germany, didn't you?
yeah, I went hard.
Yeah. That trail looked cool.
It was pretty cool. It took quite a few people out, so it like looked small, and it was kind of small, but it was real tight. So people would like underestimate. They watch your Instagram clips, and be like, "Oh, can I come?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm keen for anyone to come and try and ride it." And they'd come and try and ride it, and it's like super steep and sharp, and there's not much more, maybe 2 bike lengths between the jumps sometimes. So you're like...
So did you have to do any mouth-to-mouth or like CPR or anything, or were you all good?
Luckily not too major. But the one kid that did help me at the start of the digging, he was like, "Oh, we built 2 jumps so far." And he's like, "Oh, I'm just going to go and ride them." And I was like, "Oh, you probably should ride them when I'm there." And he just went way too fast, and then I think landed in the second takeoff and broke his wrist. So that was like out for helping. But,
you made them purposely that hard? Or did it just...
No, it was just easier to dig like that because then you just dig the middle out of each transition and put the dirt on each side. So it's a faster way to build the jumps.
I really like tight jumps. I really like them. There's a thing in BMX that people talk about called leg lock. So if you have a permanent... If see my hands now, to people listening, they're like a 90-degree smooth transition, then a flat spot, then a smooth transition into the takeoff. Not 90 degrees, sorry, that's misleading. Basically a flat spot between the bomb hole.
Yeah.
And then we always build them so they're just like a permanent transition. So it's always curving, like a part of a circle. And the permanent curve is something that BMXers say gives you leg lock, which I've never experienced myself, but apparently it's not good.
But it gives you more speed pretty quickly as well.
Yeah.
So, and it gives you a feeling like you're riding Supercross, but you're not. You just wish you were.
Exactly.
The feeling we're all like.
Hey, on that note, did you lot see the TLD video they did?
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I've seen all the hype about it, saying that Justin Barsha won A1.
That's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I get the idea. I think the idea is that they faked that he won A1, right? Because A1 hasn't happened.
No.
Oh, is that the premise? So they fake. Okay, amazing.
But it's really, really well done.
Some people would have believed it and been like,
100%.
Did I miss the race?
Dude, I might do some focus ones. I'm quite up for it. You know,
Olly Wilkins wins EWS round 1.
yeah, let's do it. Why not?
You should.
Let's get it
see
done.
how many congratulations and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you should for sure.
And then you could do like the road to the first EWS win. You could just do it afterwards, then, couldn't you?
I reckon you've got this, dude. 100%.
Oh,
work on this idea.
Right?
Yeah,
It's a good marketing plan.
Hey, speaking of sort of semi-moto related stuff, I had an email in the week and it was a really good question. And it was a guy who was basically reaching out to say, why isn't there like a pit bike UK championship for mountain bikers or something similar? Because everybody, especially down south, has got pit bikes and there's not really a pit bike race series anymore.
Well, there used to be, didn't there? It used to be Battle Royal. Do you remember that?
Royal was...
Yeah,
that was it, really, wasn't it?
Video.
Yeah.
Battle Royal at Finningley.
We had
But dude, how good? Like, pit bike racing is super like fan friendly, isn't it? Because you could put it in quite a small area. You could have, I don't know, you could have people watching super easily, and it's quite cheap to get into. Yeah. Why isn't it happening again? It should 100% be on.
There used to be a race series. There was an enduro race, like a mini bike enduro race during like the boom, the mini bike pro years. There was an enduro race, and I remember doing it. And like, you know, when you're like on a moto, when you just get like to the point where you're like exhausted, out of breath, dirt all over you, but you're just going. I was doing that on that bike behind me, that like 50 behind me, but just, you know, like they'd play a picture of me in slow motion, my face would just be like pure focus, just in determination, just. But it was so sick. It was a proper enduro race.
Definitely. Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
It'd be good, wouldn't it, if there was something, you know, you had it maybe at, I don't know, at Downhill or something, races, UK races, I don't know.
What, if they have the BDS at Fort William, they do have a bit of a pit bike arena there.
Do they?
Do they?
Yeah, there's like a little, behind the event area, there's like a little bowl with like these berms and corners and jumps in the middle.
I know exactly where it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's sandy as well.
Yes. Oh,
mate, get a race in there. Dig it.
I
motors.
Just got my new pit bike too, so I'm pretty excited about pit bikes.
What did you purchase?
CRF 125.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
But I've been looking for ages.
Because it used to be like the 50 was the thing to have. Is yours a 50, Ollie?
Yeah, mine's a mini bike, really. And then all of these new ones are way bigger, aren't they? So they're quite a different thing, really. But but it seems what everyone rides now, so they're now the thing, yeah.
Yeah, like 110s and 125s and stuff like that.
I was riding Bernard's 110s for a while and got sick of getting sore knees. My legs are quite long, so
yeah.
125 is the right size, and it was like we had a good session on it yesterday. I was like frothing properly.
Yes, well, good.
Yeah.
So you lifted a brand new a 2020 model.
It might be a 2019, but I got it used because you can't even get a new one right now. They're none available.
You can't get anything, can you?
No, COVID's sold everything apparently.
Yeah, where the jet skis at? You know.
I know you're trying so hard to buy this jet ski, aren't you? But it's just not happening. Dude, I'm sure there's jet skis available. The one thing that's not sold out from COVID is probably jet skis.
Oh, I've got such specific requirements for the jet ski, though.
I think I was looking for a good few weeks to find one.
Yeah.
And the one that I looked at before that, he sold it for 300 quid more than the new price.
Really?
Yeah. So that shows how crazy the market's gone.
Do you know, I saw something, or I was told about something when I was in Indonesia. That have you heard of Brompton, the folding bike company?
Yeah.
They've blown up in Indonesia, like they're trending in Indonesia, whatever you say. They're selling for more than they sell new here in London by really quite some margin. So you could buy one in London for new price and then ride it, bring it over and sell it for like $1,000 more.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they've just become a thing. How weird is that?
I think they're like they got like a worldwide popularity. The Brompton.
Yeah.
My parents are into cycle touring, and some people take the Bromptons for cycle touring. It's like a thing, you know, do the cycle touring on Brompton.
Yeah. It probably would be useful at times, wouldn't it, if you're like camping and stuff.
On a train.
Yeah, when you don't want to pedal.
Riding it.
When you don't want to pedal, would be useful.
That's the thing, you can take it with you. It's not riding it.
When you're hitchhiking.
Yeah.
It's all right, mate, I'll go in a boot.
Does solve so many issues with traveling with a bike. It sucks. That is the worst thing about traveling with a bike.
Yeah, too right.
Massive box.
When you were younger, did you go on massive missions?
What, on the bike?
With your parents?
Oh no, they only just got into it like recently.
No way.
Really?
But they weren't into it before.
Oh, they don't do it on Bromptons, do they? They're not on the Bromptons. They've got like...
Nah, that is... My dad's all about Surly bikes.
Is he?
Because he reads this crazy guy on the bike blog, and it's like all the cycle tourists worldwide put their stories up where they are and stuff. And he's just on that every night reading, and everyone was like, Surly's are the best, so he's like had to go. They went to the US and he bought a Surly there, and then it looks pretty rude to me, but he likes it. I was like, well, I would probably have something a bit light, like some steel. It's quite heavy.
Yeah.
But they're all like, oh, yeah, it's good flex and stuff. But I'd probably go for something a bit lighter and faster.
Yeah.
Personally. But I don't.
So I don't remember from our conversations or mine with Ed. Are you from like a cycling background, or is this like a new thing to them as well?
No, this is a new thing. Yeah.
Is it really? I bet now they're just like, as if we've got these two professional mountain biking sons and we've never been into like cycling at all. It's such a strange thing, really.
Quite funny because they went into this bike shop in California somewhere, like Pasadena, I think, to buy the Surly, and they didn't the shop didn't give them like time of day. And then they were like telling them their name for the warranty card or whatever, and then they realised that they were our parents,
Wow.
And then they're like getting photos with them and everything.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I love the idea of your parents like name dropping you now. That's really cool.
It's,
That's when you've made it, right? When your parents are like, look, our sons are Wyn and Ed. And they'd be like, what?
it's kind of refreshing that they didn't bug you for a discount GT as well.
No, they didn't. They could have got one.
Yeah, I know, right? Surely.
My mum's got an e-bike, GT.
Ah, nice. My mum's got a Focus. We should race them sometimes.
Race our mother. Or what?
Mum racing.
Mum
Yeah.
racing. Pit bike racing and mum racing. I think we've got an event.
On the e-bike category, it can be quite bit of a debate on which engine you've got as well, though, I think.
Oh, you did the e-bike thing, didn't you?
Yeah. Not this last year, but the year before.
I remember, because I remember, did I talk to you about it? About what it was, or Bernard relayed
Bernard
you had
probably-
said about it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And Bernard was watching, and he does ridden an e-bike quite a lot, and he was like, he knows how fit I am. Like, I normally would keep myself reasonably fit, even versus him. So, and he was like, from watching, you could tell that some of the older guys that were just cruising were not putting out nearly as much effort as I was, and they were in front.
Man, so what was it about the rules that were funny in that respect? Because it was something about, because you have to respect the top speed, don't you?
Yeah, 25.
But you don't have to. The curve can be different. Is that right?
Yeah, I think the torque can be like, if it can be a lot more on some of the bikes,
Right.
and then so they're just ripping up the climbs. But
To be honest, you opened my eyes to this a little bit, because I was like, my initial reaction when I saw like the EWS, what did they call it? Electric, what was it called? I was going to say EWS, but it can't have been the EWS.
it was the MTB World Championships.
Okay. Right, yes. Should have just called it the EWS, eh? I was like, that would be not easy, but I was like, well, you just pedal around, but in the motor, 25 k's, no problem. But then when I saw people riding it, and it was like, fuck, like you're pedaling out of the motor, which is what to me is like a new. Yeah, exactly. To me, as like a new e-biker at the time. For example, I went on a ride yesterday, and my e-bike ran out of battery about 2 miles from home, and I had to pedal up a bit of a climb to get back. And I was like, this would be shit to do this all day. Like, this would be the worst. But that's what you were doing pretty much, right? You were riding over the top of the battery for the most part.
Yeah, well, whenever it was flat, you're over the top of the battery, and then on the climb. But like, it just became, it's just a cross-country race, only faster. And normally on a cross-country race, you probably recover a little bit on the downhill because you can't just rip it. Like on the e-bike, it's virtually an enduro bike with more weight, which actually helps it, I think. Yeah. So you go stable, so you just go as fast as you can the whole time.
Yeah.
For an hour.
Dude, I'm gutted that nothing's happening at the minute, Wyn, because I'd love to take you out on one of our e-bike power hours, and they're definitely the thing that got me like in love with e-bikes. I wasn't I didn't want to like an e-bike, and they're power hours we do here. Like we call them power hours. It's kind of cheesy, isn't it? Jeez, I shouldn't drop that in there like that nonchalantly.
How are our lads?
But they're so good. You just do a whole battery, and it's proper like like I was talking about mini bike enduro. You're like Braveheart, just covered in mud. Just oh, it's so sick. Do a full battery, and then you're done.
It's just so much riding in 1 hour.
Yeah.
For that, it's so good.
Yeah.
Like, I can't understand, like, on a mountain bike, you can't just go every day and ride like a good hard ride. Otherwise, you're cooked. And on an e-bike, you can do that back to back every day. Like, a lot of people would actually get way fitter riding an e-bike. It sounds crazy, but they would, because it's like, it's your body's not able to push as hard as that every day.
I mean, you could. The weird thing is, you could ride a mountain bike like super chill, just spin the easiest gear, don't like raise a sweat. You could ride a mountain bike like that as well. Equally, you could ride an e-bike like not putting any effort in.
Maybe not in the mud.
Yeah, maybe not in the mud. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like you can really.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can chill, can't you? But it's just what you make it. Like an e-bike, you can make the most horrible tool in the world.
Yeah, I actually have a plan for a video. I want to see. There's a climb near me, and I want to see if how fast I can do it on my cross country hardtail, and then see how fast I can do it on the e-bike, and see how different the efforts are. I think it won't be too different.
No, you're right. No, I've noticed that with riding mine way more as well. That it's that you get back and it's physically being oftentimes harder because it's heavier. You know, especially if you ride stuff with jumps and loads of corners and stuff. It's physically a lot more work throwing it around. Yeah. I've noticed that for sure. And you don't come back. I think my perception of an e-bike when I first got one was like, oh, this is going to be a piece of piss. I'll just go out for a ride. I'll be out for 25, 30 mile, and I'll just come home and it'll be whatever. But it is, like you say, it's fucking hard. Like it's not easy. Not by a long shot. So, yeah, I'm loving it, I'll be honest with you. I'm all over it at the moment. But again, like coming down, and I know we didn't do this power hour thing, Ollie, but like coming down and riding e-bikes with you that time made me realise, like, fuck no, these things are just a normal bike. Obviously, it's a bit harder, a bit heavier, but proper got me into riding it.
Yeah,
wicked. The best thing for any downhill rider, because it's heavier than your downhill bike. Like, if you live here in the south, there's not a place where I'm ever going to take a downhill bike.
No.
Not a chance.
No. You see them around though, don't you?
You see plenty of them, but I'm not ever going to walk up a hill with my downhill bike.
No.
It's not 1999. No. Sorry, but it's not.
It's quite crazy to think that was it. That was like that's what you did. You just get a bike there, you put it in a car, and then you get it out and then you push it up the hill. Like 10 times.
Yeah, if you're lucky, 10 times.
No.
So you might do 5 runs and then just do one corner 5 times and be like, yeah, we had a good ride.
That is like what it used to be when I first got into downhill. That is exactly what it would be. Drive from where I live to Warncliffe, do like 3 runs the whole day, and then come home. Like,
do you know how bizarre this will sound to like children now? Think like a child's like probably the icing on a cake for a ride is that they get an Insta clip at the end of it now, isn't it? Like you didn't even think about anything when you were younger, and then all these kids are just like, yeah, so I'm gonna put this with Dizzy Rascal, and I'm gonna have like the bass drop when I hit the turn.
me and my brother and Sam Blinkertop, because we went to the school in the town where Sam grew up as well, so we'd just ride with him all the time. And like my brother came to the school later, so it'd just be me and Sam riding, and we'd ride all around town on downhill bikes, everywhere. And our school shop, like stationery shop, sold like those disposable cameras. So we'd just take photos with that.
Any good ones?
You hope that you get it, and then you got to wait like the week later till you get it processed.
That's so cool.
I've got like a photo album full of crappy riding photos.
I'd love to see an album of those go up. That'd be good.
There are some real good ones.
Do you get any street ride like wheelies that you could post as like a throwback Wheelie Wednesday or something maybe?
There might be a
Wyn's Wheelie Wednesday. It's not just Wheelie Wednesday, is it? It's Wyn's Wheelie Wednesday.
That's if I'm dropping the tag, but if you're dropping the tag, it'll be Wheelie Wednesday.
Okay, cool.
Right? It's like this, American football owns Sundays in the States. Wyn owns Wednesday. Yeah. Orange tried to pinch it for a bit with that Orange Wednesday shit, but it didn't really pan out.
Why would it be Orange Wednesday? The name that Orange doesn't even start with W. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's like as ridiculous as Pan Shop Friday. What are you talking about?
I've dropped a few Pan Shop Fridays over the years.
I know you have. I appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Have you on board?
When did you start that?
You what?
Did you start Pan Shop Friday?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I started it
Did you?
specifically because it doesn't start with the same letter. And it went quite far in the end.
Well,
Did
it's
quite
still
well.
probably going, to be honest.
I think it is. I might check.
Yeah.
I might check whilst we're here. Why not?
Still going. I'll tell you what I tried yesterday, Ollie, which I was going to ask you about. Those Superman manual things are hard as hell. Wyn, have you tried one of them?
I don't quite do it how Ollie does it, so I wouldn't
That's
say
not
I
it
have.
then, dude.
He does it with his feet on the
Oh,
pedals.
please do one.
I'm more using not quite. You're like on your chest with the seat, no?
Yeah.
I haven't quite done that one.
I try and hook the seat under my chin.
What?
Not really. It's got on my chest.
No wonder you've got a scar on your chin, you fucking idiot.
Hey, I've had an idea for a contest, and I think I don't know what the answer to this is. Whose hashtag has the more posts? Wheelie Wednesday or Pan Shop Friday? Because I think Wheelie Wednesday's massive.
What? But if it depends if it's Wyn's Wheelie Wednesday or
No,
Wheelie
we'll just do
Wednesday.
you've just got Wheelie Wednesday because you did start that anyway. So
Are you going to check? We could do like.
I was thinking we could check now. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Wyn?
I reckon Wheelie Wednesday is quite a popular thing.
I think so as well. Davey, what do you reckon?
I think so, but I'm going to go Pan Shop Friday just to try and like level out the competition.
Mix it up.
We all went for the
That's it.
same thing. It might be a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna find out Pan Shop Friday first.
Okay.
So
And I'm
that
going
has-
to guess, number wise, I'm going to guess 50,000.
Whoa.
That's nowhere near high.
Oh no!
I'm
I've
going
gone wrong.
100,000.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
dude. I think Pan Shop Friday appears bigger than it is. It's only got 16.1 thousand posts.
That's it.
Whereas Wheelie Wednesday, I can't believe this is actually something that anyone would listen to, this sort of segment of the show, but whatever. We're doing
Might
it
not
now,
be.
we're in.
I'm going to
Wheelie
say
Wednesday.
8,000.
Dude, Wheelie Wednesday? Wyn, you bad man.
That's not me.
It's got 519,000 posts. That's all you, dude.
Yeah, it's just my
What
ones.
about Wyn's Wheelie Wednesday?
Well, that's literally what he's posted, isn't it?
Yeah, and whatever anyone else wants to tag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of tags on that. I bet people use both tags.
Yeah, well, you got 1,000 plus. Dude, can you drag
Oh,
your
really?
hand? There's kids dragging their hands on the floor on this.
I'm not really a hand dragger. You got to put your seat down.
Oh, yeah, and you're not down with that.
Well,
Did it not come to Wednesday and you're like, fuck, I could mix it up. I might try the hand drag or not really.
I'd like to, yeah.
Or do you just
But
keep
I-
it the same height?
But
Doesn't even
our
have a
wheels,
drop.
our wheels seem to keep growing, which
Yeah,
doesn't
true
make
that.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Bigger and bigger, aren't they?
But a 29er the other day, like I got a new 29er and I was riding that, and it just does wheelies easier because the wheel's bigger.
Why is that then? That's why all the kids,
It's
the
got
wheelie
more
kids.
contact patch.
Okay, so it's just better for grip. No,
The
for
wheelie kids like
stability.
25, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you're sitting on like a wider surface area, so it like just balances.
Yeah, all the wheelie kids have 29ers, don't they?
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah, and
Carreras.
a lot of them, I think GT might even do a 29er like BMX bike looking thing. Like,
For wheelie kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
there's a
What's
few
the,
brands.
what's the
doing that.
hardest bike in your arsenal to wheelie out of all the bikes you've done Wheelie Wednesdays and stuff on?
This is there's some normally the real small ones
Okay.
because like if it's tiny like those mini kids bikes,
Yeah.
the balance is so tight.
Yeah,
Have you ever wheelied at Brompton?
I haven't. I've done a fold. We had a folding bike in Munich. Mini makes one,
Okay.
Nice.
and Actually, I rode it to the airport once, 30 kilometers. But this locked it up, got a flight, came back a week later, and then rode it back home.
That's good.
But this was before I had discovered a good cycling app. So I was on Google Maps, and it sent me on a gravel path. And I was like, it's got like little road tires. I was like, just don't get a flat, otherwise I'll miss the flight.
Yeah, it's so true, isn't it? It's crazy how that sort of stuff is like. You don't even just think about mobile phones. You just get stuff sorted, but like actually the margin for error is quite small. If you're just out riding and then you get a flat and then no one's at home to help you, you're just stuck pushing a shitty bike towards a plane. It's like, and it's leaving without you.
Yeah, especially when you calculated like 2 hours or 1 hour to ride there. You've got like your times planned.
Oh man!
But that bike was actually real good for wheelies because it has like a real long seat post because it folds up and then you put the seat post right down when you fold it up. But a real long seat post, so it pretty much holds it in the wheelie position.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Dude. I can't believe how much you smashed me by on that. There was me thinking it might even be close.
Really? You thought it was close?
I think wheelies been a thing for quite a while.
Will you tell me you're the originator?
No, I don't even know who did the first wheelie.
You did it. That's who I think. You did the first wheelie Wednesday.
Maybe Wednesday, but first wheelie.
First wheelie. When was the wheelie first invented? This is my job as a co-host to look up. You boys. Yeah.
And what is the longest wheelie? I feel like Wyn, you're probably the guy to give this a go and try and get the world record.
The longest, like I've looked it up, it's like insane. It's 200 kilometers or something. Like,
maybe not then. Maybe not. Maybe do other stuff with your time.
But and then there was like the 1 hour record, 1 hour wheelie. Like they go around like a running track. And I was like kind of keen. I was kind of keen for that one, but then the guy's like just gone and upped it to like 30 kilometers or something in 1 hour.
So you'd actually have to be really fit to actually do it as well. You'd have to really maintain a good sort of watts output.
Yeah, hard on the arms as well, a wheelie, isn't it? After
that, 59 minutes, 59 seconds and drop it.
Oh my gosh.
But the manual record is probably up for it. Probably the more simple one. I think it's like
more a Monday job, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of a Monday job, but 300 meters. A kid in New Zealand's got it, the record.
Really? So you want to know who did the first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first wheelie was performed by trick bicyclist Daniel J. Canary in 1890. Shortly after modern bicycles became popular.
Sick.
Wow.
Oh,
straight out there, wasn't it?
Daniel J. Canary. What a guy.
Is it photos of him? I think we need to honour him.
I'll try and dig out some photos of him. I just got that straight off of Wikipedia.
1890.
Yeah, 1890.
Imagine the bike. That would be a hard bike to wheelie.
Be a penny farthing. It'd be front wheel drive. It'd be a fucking nightmare.
Wooden rim.
They're not rear wheel drive, are they?
So, manual one.
300 and something meters, I think, but you've got to like sprint up to speed. So then that is quite a distance, you know.
Oh, so you do it on flat ground rather than like a slight decline or something.
It has to be perfectly flat. So you have to have like surveyor to make sure it's flat. They did it at an airport, but he had a tailwind, so he like set a pretty good record, I think.
That's so cool, man. That'd be sick to give that one a go, I reckon. That would be a really good one.
That would be a good one. And then the other one I would like to try is like the speed record. I think Bobby Root still has it. Do you remember Bobby Root?
Yeah, it's a funny one, the speed one, isn't it? It seems like a bit of a weird club, and you can't just quickly join it. I'd love to see you beating the speed record.
I think it's 120k an hour.
Wait, wheelie speed?
100.
Oh, is it a wheelie speed?
Yeah.
Or just
not
wheelie speed?
No, I just thought you wanted to do land speed record. I was like, go on,
that's
please.
Far. It's too fast.
Speed Saturday or something.
Yeah. But I've done 100 k's an hour. I got towed into the hill at Montsenan.
Really?
Oh, it's so gross. The thought of the loop out is just so horrible.
With board shorts on.
What do you call them? Jangles or thongs or something?
No jandals for that one, but yeah.
Jangles. So that's a manual speed record.
Yeah, Bobby Root has it 120k an hour, I think. But the thing is, like, if you have a truck with like a thing at the back to stop the wind force on you, then it'd be like you don't have. There's no effect from the wind force. Like when I pull it up at 100 k's an hour is real hard with nothing draft to draft. So maybe on the I really want to go to the Bonneville salt flats, get towed up to like 130 and try and pull a manual behind
you should
the
get
truck.
towed on like a vintage car or something as well. That'd be good.
Oh,
Like a vintage drag car.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Like
And
old
those
school kit on as well, like
donuts on the Bonneville salt flats.
Yes. Please, dude. Please.
Evil, evil. Get on it, man. I reckon stunts are the way forward, eh? Just
big time.
viral content as well, isn't it? It's just it'd be so fun to see someone. I remember when who was it who had to go at the world's longest mountain bike jump? Was it Rennie? Wasn't it in the desert that time?
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah,
That is gnarly stuff, isn't it? I think it's one of those things you sign yourself up for, and then you actually kind of get there, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, there's all the Guinness people turn up, and you're like, oh, fucking, you're right, yeah, I will in a minute, yeah. And then the wind sock's going, and your bike's a bit shit, and you're like, oh, Jesus, I wish I hadn't done this.
if it's long,
I was giving it some of this.
Especially you're going to have everyone there in the Bonneville salt flats, and you're not going to be able to pull it up.
I'm probably going to wear an Alpine Star leather suit. Though.
Yes, nice.
And a road bike motor helmet.
Just get that back brake bled, dude. Just get it seen to by a professional. I don't want to see it.
But I reckon that it will be sick just to go there.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah, weird spots of salt. You know that salt stuff that everyone talks about, the Bonneville salt flats and the salt in the desert? Doesn't taste like salt, I'll tell you that much.
You tried it, have you?
It doesn't taste anything like salt. There's loads of it at Rampage, and you dig it up, and it's like pure. It looks like salt crystals, and you lick it, and it tastes like rock.
But at Bonneville, they say it's like super smooth. It's dead flat. That's how they can do all their speed records. So it'll be pretty good for going fast.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
perfect,
what about where there's little crevices maybe that have been filled in by wind, and like you end up putting the front wheel in it or something.
Be so good in the rental car as well.
Really good.
Yeah.
But imagine trying to go far enough away from the Guinness team to do your donuts. It's sort of fairly flat. You can't really hide behind anything.
What's he doing? It's all off, guys. We can't have this guy.
Yeah, dude, where'd you go for a piss? It's a nightmare. There's no trees.
You've got to open the car door, the old passenger door trick.
Hey, we and Chopper were talking about it the other day. It made me laugh. It wasn't actually the other day. It was the last time I saw him, which was probably months and months ago. But we were talking about on a graph, if us three were hanging out, and then I was just like, oh, I'm just going for a piss. The closer I go for a piss to the rest of the people, the bigger my dick. And then you've got dudes that go like so deep in the forest, and that, like they find like a hollowed out tree. And, you know what I mean? So the graphs correlate.
Yeah.
Just a thought. Thought I'd chuck it in there, a bit of science, you know? Why not?
Yeah, not really a fan of the guy that's right next to you, though.
No, me neither. We get it. It's big. Piss off. Wyn, if you were going to do... Right, I think I would suck at the manual one because I know I'm a real brake burner in manuals. And same for like nose wheelies. If you do like a nose wheelie contest with Pilgrim, you watch he like front brakes it up there, and then he just like fucking does those brakeless leany ones for miles. He doesn't lose speed. And same for Manny's. I just drag brake until I stop. Really.
I try not to drag too much. Like if you practice quite a bit, then you can get it to a point where it don't really drag.
See, on rollers or a pump track, I don't touch brake, but then just as soon as I'm on flat, I just get awkward. I think, and just
for me, I definitely need a brake there when I'm on pump track or rollers, just in case, because like you swing off it sometimes to get the whole section.
Yeah, too right. How often do you like skid? I find that so interesting. You skid in a manual if you're trying to manual straight. And you fuck up.
Skid when you land in a manual.
Yeah.
Like land and then it's like
insane, isn't it?
You're like, yeah.
What impressive computer the brain is to be able to like. If you think about what it's actually working out, you're landing on your back wheel and it's working out like, right, you need to fucking slam this. You need to pump the brakes a bit. And then it's
moving your knees forward, everything.
Yeah, actually, us three, we don't sound smart, but we're actually fucking really smart without realising, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon. Totally, I really reckon.
PhD in back brake control.
Exactly, yeah.
I was going to ask you about that, the stuff you've been doing with the hopper as well, actually, and how that's been, because you've been doing some super creative shit. So has that been like, I don't know, I just want to throw it out there and see what you think of that, because you've been going out and creating like gaps all over like in cities, fucking parks, everywhere.
Well, it was pretty much spurred on with the first lockdown, and then they sent me, they messaged me on Instagram, asked me if I wanted a ramp. I was like, yeah, I'll have a ramp. And then it arrived and just started trying to find things to jump. And it like, because I lived next to Olympic Park in Munich, there's so many shapes there that it was like, you could just find something to ride. And pretty much go most days filming or riding something. And
it's good, isn't it? Because you'd literally be able to make these gaps, these little transitions and stuff all over the place. Like opened up a whole new way of riding.
You can make some stuff that's way too dangerous. Because you're like, oh, we could actually jump that now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And it's quite a small little ramp. The yellow one anyway, like it's, if you're hitting that at 40 kilometers an hour, it's quite sharp.
Fucking hell, I bet.
Like,
have you used one, Ollie?
Yeah, I did a long jump contest on Pilg's channel.
Really?
It's violent as anything. Like, it was really dangerous. Yeah.
You've got to be ready for the ramp because it goes rap. And it's loud.
You could easily if you weren't, if you were doing a long jump contest.
But, yeah, when you're going fast. But it does open up so much riding. Like, it's pretty sick for that. If you live in a city or something, then you can open up at so many different places to ride.
Yeah,
talking of
watching you do some stuff.
Talking of Pilg, did you see his video the other day of like them doing slope style runs with those ramps all stuck?
I've seen on the story, yeah.
That's so impressive. I thought that was really cool. Like normally I'm like, oh, Wyn, Pilg, just put them away. I don't want to see it. And and then I saw that. I was like, wow, you can actually like. There's like a line of them doing stuff, weren't they?
Yeah, because you can put it like if you can find the right land, you can make it into like a track.
So fun.
It's cool. It's really creative, eh? I'd not. The first time I'd seen anyone put like a whole line together of them. It's like super creative.
Yeah.
How many you got?
The work.
I've got 2 here now. I had 4 in France. I think we did a video in France, and we were doing kind of similar stuff with just putting it in the paddock. And they're sending 3 or 4. They've got a moto one now as well.
Oh my god!
No, they don't.
Yeah. So
that'll fit beautifully into the pit bike race scene that's created.
Yeah, because they had their like red one, and I think Billy Bolt tried to jump it like real fast, and he went through it, I think, or like broke it. So then they've made like a specific like over-engineered moto one that has wheels on the back, so you can pull it on the wheels. You can literally hook it on the back of your motor seat, sit down and pull it along.
Wow, that is wicked.
Oh,
Do you know, it doesn't surprise me that they broke it, because whenever I used to get those magazines with the dinosaur skeletons in, those fucking things always used to smash. If you trod on them and that, they'd just fuck up, wouldn't they?
Yeah. But you can't hit that on the motorbike at 60 kilometers an hour.
No, I didn't try it. I don't know.
Yeah. But
wow.
Yeah, so they've made a moto one, so they're sending that as well. So that's going to be the pit bike session.
Oh, that is the dream, actually. The moto one, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Moto one will be pretty sick, actually. How's 2021 shaping up, Wyn? Because have you got the privateer thing fired up as well?
Well, I want to, yeah. So ideally, I just try and do something similar to what Pulp MX does, and like everyone that donates can win something. So ideally, a GT frame of some sort, and whatever else my sponsors want to chip in. So pretty much build that up, and then.
Sick.
Hopefully the races can go ahead, and then I can give away the money.
Is there any talk about races at the moment? Because I'll be honest, I'm a little bit out of the loop. Like, is there a schedule out or anything like that?
There's all the schedules out, but for me, I would say that this vaccine thing could become a bit complicated, because surely each country is going to bring in rules for entry on vaccinations. But
okay, yeah.
That's just myself looking. It's no scientific knowledge, but
no, it's a nightmare though, isn't it? It's just it's a nightmare to manage all of that stuff. You've got people coming from all over the world.
Yeah. And then like say you're in the UK, it might take ages until we get vaccinated. But my teammate Noga in Israel, she's already had the first vaccination. And she gets the second one this week. So, like...
Yeah, crazy.
Right. What I'm saying is, like, you could be out of sync with the whole thing, and then you can't go race there because of that, and okay.
Yeah. So, could be a little bit complicated from that side, but at least last year, like, we did go racing in the middle of the pandemic. And
what were those races like, dude? I think you're probably one of the first downhill guys I've spoken to that actually went and attended them. Like, what was it like? What was the vibe like and stuff?
Well, Leo Gang was pretty quiet, I would say. Yeah. Like, as world champs, like there's no crowd, so it's pretty quiet on the track, which kind of weird. Doesn't feel like a race, but then everyone's there, so it's good to be there, but you don't have like the atmosphere of the crowd. Maribor, like a whole bunch of guys came in, like all dressed in weird outfits and very drunk, and they were in one part of the track where that triple jump was, so that was like there was atmosphere on one part of the track,
and then nothing else anywhere else.
No.
Oh, weird.
And then Portugal was quite quiet, but it was a sick track, so it was kind of cool. And it's cool to have like new tracks, like
even if they're in the same place.
Yeah.
Crazy. And
but busy weekends with 2 races, like it's full on.
Oh man, yeah, I bet. Overall, would you say it was a good year or a bad year for you then?
It was a good year. Like I like look through a lot of social media around the new year, and there's everyone saying, "Oh, glad 2020's over," and this and that. I'm like, well, we still got to go and race our bikes and ride your bike. Like, it's not that bad. Like, I can understand some people in much more difficult situations than us. So, like, saying that 2020 was bad is kind of like a bit.
People have got it a lot worse out there, man. That's for sure.
For sure. And like, we're out there still riding our bike and racing our bikes. I think like it was kind of good in a way, because you get like this break that we never ever had in the last 12 years or whatever. We've just been back to back to back all the time to reset and see if you're doing things the right way, or like for yourself.
Yeah,
does it make you want to go racing more?
It's hard because some of it does and some of it doesn't. Like I do like what I'm doing now, like doing videos and mucking around as well. But to get those few races in was pretty good. Like kind of saved the year,
Yeah, for sure. It's just such a weird year. I mean, yeah, like you say, it's hard to complain for sure, especially if you. I think any aspect of mountain biking it's hard to complain. We've had such a buoyant year last year, even for what I do with my side, like with distribution and working with brands. It was good. Like the year was good, but you've got to be mindful that other people haven't had it as good. That don't get to just ride the bike for a job. So yeah, interesting, man. And
but then if you were riding your bike for your job and saying it was a bad year, then what's wrong for you? Like seriously, you've still got a job. And you ride your bike.
It's fair. It's fair point.
That is not a bad year, like.
No, that's fair. No. What's the deal with the podcast as well? While we're here, I want to know what's going on with the podcast, dude. Bring it back. What's going on?
Back. Once the race had started, it was like too hard to do it. To be honest, just more from the internet perspective, like you can't rely on the hotel in Portugal or Slovenia to have internet that works. And I tried to do one podcast when I was on the road that kind of put me off it, when I did one with Johan Borelli.
Okay.
It still worked, but the audio was cutting in and out, and like you sometimes don't hear, and then you're like, well, is it worth doing this? Because like we're getting real good stuff, but we're missing some of it,
Yeah,
so. Yeah. But
that side of it is so difficult. I remember I was Crankworks whenever I was out there, did a full episode underneath the slope style like whale tail with Regatkin, and didn't even realize at the time it was like a little bit of wind noise which totally fucked his audio up, and we had like a really cool conversation. I've been chatting to Nikolai for ages before, and I was stoked just to sit and chat and meet him properly and everything. So we probably sat underneath this thing for like an hour and a half, and then I listened back to it. I was like, oh, that one's going in. So I know it's tough.
Went down like a lead balloon, eh?
Yeah, well, it's one of them.
But yeah, I'll get it back going. I just ordered a microphone so that I can have a microphone for my laptop, and I've ordered a new laptop, so I'm waiting on that because my laptop can't handle the content really.
Okay.
Your laptop can't handle the content you're putting out, dude. It can't fucking handle it. It gets to Wednesday, it's like starts. The fan starts going on. Oh fuck! It's Wednesday. He's gonna fucking do another fucking wheelie.
Edit everything on my phone.
Do you?
Yeah.
Mate, do you know what I've subscribed to? A channel called Wyn TV on YouTube. Huh?
Yeah.
There we go. I'll plug it for you.
We've got to get more videos going on there as well.
And collab, dude.
Stuff. Yeah.
Might ride
collab. Oh, perfect.
Might rides would be good. That would be good.
Too much, but it would be some bad conversation.
That's all I know.
You're right.
Well, to be honest, I'm probably the same.
Yeah. How long have you been doing your channel for?
Well, I did a video in 2014, maybe, that is my best video.
Really?
Street downhill race in New Zealand. And then I've only just got back onto it, really, this year. Or last
so
year.
where does the Wyn TV episodes go? Do you not host those ones?
They go on the GT channel.
Okay. All right.
I mean, they would be nice to be on my channel, but they do pay for them, so
yeah,
that's.
Yeah.
Wow, you've got loads on here, actually.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of old stuff.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
check that.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, for sure.
But try and get some vlogs going on there.
Oh,
big
man.
time.
Yeah,
I guess, like you say, you're living with you're in the right company now with Bernard with his LSDs, and then you've got Ollie and Brent. Everyone's down there. Literally, the whole vlog crew is like down your way, isn't it? The southern. It's what you need to get into the south. When you get to the border, they're like, vlog. Yeah,
just trying to do something, trying to do something. Otherwise, I'm just on a sofa right now.
yeah. But no, I think it's good. It's like people want to watch it. Like, it's not what I want to watch, but I do watch some vlogs of other people that I do want to watch. So,
who do you watch?
What vlogs do you? Yeah, what ones do you watch?
Watch some motocross ones. So, like Alex Martin does pretty good ones now. Here's like
Troll Train
with him. Yeah, Troll Train.
Yeah, they're good.
And they're pretty good because it like gets deep inside of the racing, and with his brother as well. Like they're getting right into it, so it's quite good. And they show all their training and stuff on there as well.
That guy that Jace just had on Gypsy Tales, have you watched his vlogs? I can't remember his name now. I'm going to find it. It's Jack, I think. Jack. He's like racing Supercross for the first time. We spoke about it on our last episode.
Is it Jeff Walker?
Jeff Walker, yeah.
Jeff Walker. His are really good.
I've watched one of them, yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
I listened to that, and he said he edits some of them for 8 hours or something like that. I was like, wow. And then you've got Bernard on the other end of the scale who edits in 15 minutes.
Yeah, Bernard's like, can you tell me if I say anything bad in there?
Really?
But you've already uploaded it, dude. That's what your job is. You're meant to like.
But I think just hang out with Bernard, see that people want to watch it. Like they want to watch it, even if it's not what I would watch, but it's what they want to watch. So
I guess you feel like you're there, don't you? I guess that is it. People want to feel like they're there.
Yeah, one of my friends in New Zealand was like, he was loving Bernard's vlogs because he felt like he's there.
Yeah.
He's like, I feel like I'm there. And I'm like, yeah.
And you're like, I am here. It's not that great, I'm telling you. It's cold.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty, all the races were pretty cold, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been a cold year last year for you guys, for sure. Everything, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What about the EWS? Were they good?
The first one was very cold. It was like snowing. And then they shortened the race, but it was still real hard because like we hadn't raced for ages.
Okay, yeah.
And then the next ones, 2 and finale, were pretty good. But it was quite a short year, but at least like there was racing for the EWS.
So if you're racing in EWS, how hard is it to make that? I'm always interested in that. How hard is it actually to make the stage, make your times? Like, are the transfer stages and the climbs? Do you get to the top and you're fucked, or is it like you have to have a mechanical and then it's a real struggle? Or
if you had a flat tire, it would be hard work. You'd still make it, but occasionally there's like one that will be like they won't check the time or something, and not enough. And you'll be like, suddenly, you do need a watch so that you know how long you've got.
Yeah, yeah.
And then occasionally, like, you'll shuttle the training because you're allowed. Like, you're allowed to shuttle on a road if it's sealed. So you can often shuttle to, like, a sealed point and then you climb a gravel point. So you don't actually know how long the climb is because you only do one practice run.
Yeah.
And then you'll be watching your watch. You'll be like, shit, I've got to go harder. And then you get there way too early. Or you're in a rush at the top of the climb.
Yeah, I hate the idea.
I'll tell you what I was going to ask you, Wyn, right? So you just said a little bit of it there. So you only get, with an EWS, you get one practice run. Mm-hmm. So what are the factors, right, which make someone go super fast on that second run? Because you're riding it pretty much blind. Mm-hmm. How is someone going, how is someone in the top 10 and not in the top 50? If that makes sense, like, what do you think it is that makes you ride that fast?
It can be different for each person as well. So like Martin, he'll either forget his GoPro or it'll be flat.
Right.
So rarely he has like GoPro of the stage practice, but he goes fast, pretty fast in the practice run, like probably similar to his race speed, and with like completely blind. And he'll often hit all the lines, like somehow he hits the lines that you're meant to race, you know? Like there'll be a rock out. He doesn't stop to look. He just bombs it through.
And what are you like? Are you a bit more methodical?
Yeah, I like to, like, if it's a rock garden and there's like holes in the rocks and that you could easily go over the bars, then I like to know where I'm going in the race, so I'll try and like make note of those sections. And remember that, like, you walk down, have a look, watch a few people do it, and then decide on your line and just set on that. And then occasionally in the race you do still forget that, like you're coming on the wrong line, you just have to roll with it. But I think the key is like to have a rhythm in the race. Like if you're riding in a rhythm, everything's quite easy. Whereas if you're trying to attack it and braking and then stopping, like it just doesn't work. So like, just being smooth. Like you watch Sam off the start quite often, and he doesn't really attack the start that hard. He never really has looked like the most powerful guy with flat pedals and a little bit of duck foot sometimes. But off the start, he just hard gear, and then he just starts picking up speed.
Yeah, he just gets the momentum going, right?
So but I think it's different for everyone. Like some guys will watch GoPros all night and remember every line. Like that must be really hard as well.
Where do you think the time's made up then? Because if the time's not made up by smashing something fuck hard, you know what I mean? Like, is it just literally made up by flowing everything together better, like fitting bits together better?
Yeah, and being like efficient with your energy as well. Like, so if you're going hard and then you get to the physical part, you're tired. So then you don't have anything to give. But if you've been smooth all the way to there, you're probably faster to there, and then you can smash the pedal with a bit more energy as well. So it's quite interesting sometimes. Also, how deep to go on a physical part, like, because then if you have another steep section or gnarly section afterwards, and you're absolutely at the limit, then you're losing time.
Wow.
Because you're just going to be like crawling.
Interesting to see.
How do you? Yeah, it's fucking interesting, isn't it? How would you say, Wyn, your like approach to a race run in an EWS differs to in a World Cup? Because just like the first thing you think of in your head, like, is a World Cup like the opposite of that? Like you pedal as hard as physically possible out of the gate. You like try and milk every turn for all it's worth, or are you still thinking the same way?
You're trying to do that, yeah. But sometimes, like, I would go slower when I do that. Like, sometimes because you have a time practice, sometimes at the World Cup. And then you can do a couple of runs, you just see, I'll be like, oh, that run wasn't that good. And that might be my faster run. And the other one where I felt like I was going real fast because I was pushing hard was slower.
Yeah, what a head fuck, eh?
Yeah, because you're pushing really hard and then braking. Whereas like a constant speed is actually faster and more relaxed. But it's so hard to do that, and I think that's where the top guys do find like that next bit, you know?
Yeah.
Especially in enduro as well, because the stage is longer, so they're just gaining more time.
Yeah, there's not many sports where that's the approach, is it? Where you get like one look at something, then you've got to go down it as fast as you humanly can. Imagine if they did that with like luge or something. How many people would be fucking flying horses?
Blind luge.
Yeah.
Blind luge, dude. Can you imagine that for a sport? Holy shit.
Whoa, crazy. Yeah.
Or car rally would be kind of like that. Cause
you're right, actually. Yeah, you are right. I guess the co-driver gets to do a run first, though, doesn't he? Really?
They do have pace notes, so they're not going to just overcook a tight corner. But
has anyone ever tried that? If you could go down and do a GoPro run and talk to yourself,
yeah,
like
a lot
almost
of them. Yep. A lot of guys talk on their GoPro to make notes of tight corners and stuff.
And then would you play it in your ear as you're riding?
No, they just watch it that night, so they've got all the key points like that are like memory that you remember them better.
I see what you're saying, Davey. So you'd literally make your own co-driver.
Yeah.
But the problem would be if you're going quicker, because you're always going faster. So you're like, where's the tight corner?
Imagine it's like left, no.
Yeah, it would be a tip though, wouldn't it? It would be. I'm sure there's a way. There'll be a way to figure that out.
The hard thing is for me, like when I make notes of if I make a mental note of a tight corner in the stage, then I'm writing the whole top section of the stage going, where's the tight corner?
Yeah.
And then you're like waiting for that. So you're focused on that and not actually writing the stage.
Mate, it's so weird stuff like that, like the psychology of like knowing what's gonna make you react different. I had such a weird one when I was in hospital. I was thinking, should I say to the bloke that's doing the surgery, should I be like, dude, can you do really, really good job? Or is that going to put pressure on him? And then is he going to fuck it up? Is he more likely to fuck it up? Or is he going to be, if I was like, I really need, like my ankles are already a bit crap, can you make it like really like your best work?
Yeah.
Or is that's just, could that throw it out? Would I be better off just being quiet and...
Yeah, well, you would never do that to, well, like, there would be some riders that might need that, but generally, you never do that to a rider before their race.
Exactly, yeah.
You need to win today.
Dude.
You know what? Slightly off topic, but my cousin used to do it all the time. You know, when we'd like order, I used to hang around with him all the time. When we'd like order food and stuff in a restaurant, he'd always say to this person serving you, he'd be like, "Oh, make sure it's a good one." Or if you're in a sandwich shop and someone's making a sandwich for you, he'd be like, "Make it a good one though, won't you?" And he'd always get something like way better than what everyone else.
Oh, would he?
Yeah, he'd always just be like, "Oh, make it a good one," or he'd order a coffee and be like, "Oh, make it the best one."
There's so many people in sandwich shops that should be bike racers or surgeons.
Totally. Yeah, if you can make a ham sandwich, you can repair an ankle. Like, it's fucking same thing, isn't it?
Interesting, yeah.
I wish it was that simple though, eh? Someone goes to you, dude, win. We need a win today.
And you're like, all right, no worries.
Coming right up, extra mayonnaise.
But occasionally there is some riders that do like that, like extra pressure.
Yeah,
like Greg Minnar or something probably enjoys that, or like doesn't enjoy it because it's like putting you in a tough mental situation, but he thrives on that.
Yeah.
So maybe without that pressure, he might not get the same performance.
Weird to think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Mate, we want to try and keep this relatively time sensitive, so
I forgot we were doing a podcast, sorry.
Yeah, I did, to be honest. I was like, fucking hell, look at the time. It's like an hour and a half in. Thank you so much, though, man, for joining. Really appreciate it, dude. It's first lockdown companion guest of 2021.
Sweet.
If you hang up this call, could you just leave your browser open? Because then it's going to upload the video, I think.
All right. Sweet.
Is that okay? Are you on a laptop or a phone out of interest?
Laptop.
Okay, yeah. Can you just leave it open and then it should upload the video? Although I'm a bit nervous, I'll be honest with you.
Really?
But we should, yeah, slightly. Right. But we should be okay. Just leave it open and I'll figure the rest out.
No worries.
Nice one, Wyn.
Thank you so much, man. Be safe out there.
Let's go for a cross-country ride when I can put my foot on a pedal again.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Done. Recovery ride.
I've got a road bike too, so.
Oh, done. Please. Yeah. Wicked.
Well, hopefully I move your way sometime.
Yeah. Even closer would be sick. That would suit me just fine.
Yeah, potentially a lot closer. Yeah. So it would be good. Yeah. All right.
All right, man.
Have a good
Be
one.
safe. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, Wyn. Fantastic. What great guest.
Slightly nervous. I don't know where we're at right now with this, but I can see that your files are uploading, but Wyn's never did anything. So I'm sure it'll be okay, but I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit nervous, mate.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Davey, what we got now? Have we got many good questions?
You had some amazing listener questions.
Have we? I feel like it's been a long enough time in between doing them that people aren't bored, and they've probably like been like building up the questions, and then they've come out
we got
really good.
So many, like fucking hell, so many. There's at least 10 swipes of the finger here.
Really? 10 swipes of the finger.
Jeez. You know what happens after 10 finger swipes?
Holy
moly. So let's do a few of these real quick and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. There's a few things I want to talk to you about, but I can't remember now.
Hey,
so
I'm here next week.
On. First, what have you been listening to? Let's do that because people seem to dig that.
Do they? Yeah. All right. Let me have a look. I'm sorry I haven't come prepared today.
It's okay.
So, I have been listening to. Half of it's like remembering which ones I've already said, you know.
Your last one was Sophie Tucker.
Yeah, so I've been listening to Sunlux, SON, space,
yeah,
LUX,
yeah,
and Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, man.
All right. What sort of vibes is this? What are people going to expect when they hit play?
Tranquil. Chill. Yeah, nice. Mellow. Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Sort of like sitting on your sofa with your foot up kind of music. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, bro. All right. I'm going to go with something similar as well. Super chill vibes with this. So this is an artist that I discovered quite recently called Londrelle. Londrelle. And he does these. This is a little bit out there, I'll be honest with you folks. He does these meditations, but they're to hip hop beats. And super tranquil. So maybe not like when you're out riding or anything, but definitely on the sofa with a candle and a drink. I think
you just out tranquilled me.
Maybe actually. This is a tranquil episode. This one, man. I'll be real. This is tranquil. Yeah, Londrelle. There's an album called Stay Free. Sick.
Nice.
Anything you've been watching?
I have. I actually got recommended something by none other than fellow lockdown companion guest John O'Jones, and it's called The Punisher, and it's a Marvel movie. And I'll be honest, it's easy watching if you know what I mean. But I quite like those Marvel. Yeah, it's a series. Yeah, and it's all just violence and kind of the screen versions of these comics are always kind of a bit over the top. I quite like it. It's quite easy to watch. So, yeah, I've been watching that. It's about a bloke that's, I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, no, I've been watching that.
Sounds good. And I watched, over the weekend, a documentary on YouTube, which was quite good, quite sort of lockdowny. It's called The Big Chill. And it's about this ultra runner that does a 100-mile run from his house. And he links all these amazing points up, and I thought it's kind of lockdowny because a lot of people are having to ride from the home and go discover new places, like what we were doing last time. I found this place, turn right instead of left, blah blah blah. And he lives in a place called Chilliwack, I think it was called. Crazy cool name, Chilliwack. And there was all these amazing points on these mountains, and he linked them all up and did an ultra run, which was just over 100 miles, I think. And it's 36,000 feet of climbing. It's a super interesting documentary. It's only 40 minutes long. But yeah, got me fired up.
Nice.
To go run through walls.
Check that out.
So, all right. Here we go. We'll just fire through some listener questions, shall we? And then we'll wrap her up.
Sounds good.
At full length Brooke, what does the colour purple smell like?
What does colour purple smell like? I just instantly think of black currants, but I guess bellends are kind of purple as well, so it's quite a difficult one, really. I would go with black currants. I would instantly think of. Yeah, you?
Initial thing that came to my mind was that old McDonald's figure. It's like a purple aubergine-looking thing.
Oh yeah, what, the emoji thing for when people do the emoji and then They do like the marrow emoji.
Yeah.
And then they do the water coming out of it.
I think purple probably, yeah. Purple maybe smells like, yeah, I don't know. What purple's like, isn't purple the colour of sexual frustration? So I guess purple might smell a bit like pheromones, something like that.
Oh, there you go. Mate, I gotta say, I'm not good for smell or taste at the minute. Since the I feel like I'm droning on about it, but I've still got mega like crap taste from the dreaded Rona. It's weird. Like I can taste that it's coffee, but I can't taste really much more than that.
Wow,
it's like everything's just a bit crap. Yeah, crazy.
It is.
I thought it was coming back, but it's just got to a point, and now it's like,
It's just over it, is it?
Yeah, it's weird. I was eating something with like a strong taste the other day, like cheese or something with soup, and I realised I couldn't taste the dish. No, it was cheese and carrot, and I couldn't taste. I was filling in the gaps with my brain. Yeah, I just had carrot and I dipped it in the cheese.
Dip in cheese.
Yeah, it's like basically where I live. No, it wasn't. I can't remember what it is, but the people that I live below work at a restaurant that's had to shut down. So it's like a real fancy restaurant, and they had all of this food. So they kindly gave us like so much food. So I just have this like industrial tub of expensive cheese. I don't know what it is though. I don't really know what I'm talking about. But cool, it doesn't taste like much. Yeah.
They told you it's cheese. It could be anything. You're just like,
it could. Yeah, it could be anything. It could be lard. I don't read the packaging, do I?
Oh dear. All right. What else we got? At Archer.Simon, what bike hacks do you swear by?
So if you're in a tight situation, the sort of thing that happens to me is like a spoke might come loose or something like that, or that's happened in the past, and I found that the grip lock-on also works as a spoke key, and it's like an adjustable for the head size. That's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Is that a good one?
That's a good one. Really good one. That is a good one.
I've not got many other bike hacks that I can think of off the top of my head. Have you?
No, I really haven't. I'm just trying to think contact points and be like, boom, change your grips, because that's a hack. You feel comfortable straight away. Death grips are good, legit. They are actually good. But other than that,
my girlfriend's quite good at it because she does like bike packing, but she always has like she has a pump with her, and she'll have like tape wrapped around it, just so that you can use it to like stick stuff back on or like hold stuff. It's quite good, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I'm not very good for it, no. I've got the Stan's Dart tool is good for tubeless repairs, but that's basically me just doing a shameless plug. So, but I do carry that around. Yeah, that might be a good hack. Get one of those plug tools.
It's good. It's good. At Harry1802, how long has Ollie been with Focus?
4 years. Nearly 5 years.
Yeah,
I think.
Good. Stefan Turley, what should I call my car? It's a bit of a nana's ride, if I'm honest. Stefan Turley, rhymes with Shirley. Call it Shirley. Ollie?
Shirley, done. Brilliant. I can't improve on that.
Shirley Turley. It's got to be Shirley Turley, right? Okay.
Brilliant.
This actually is a little This is a little segue. So, I come up with stupid ideas sometimes and then try and make you do them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's a bad one. So, always get loads of questions, dude, about snakes. Like, have you found the snake? Where's the snake? Like,
no, I haven't found it, no.
So, right. Would you have another snake?
I'd love one, but we just rescued it before.
Yeah, fine.
You know?
The ultimate question is, would you have another snake?
Well, the other thing is, Georgie just sold the terrarium. It was a very sad day for me.
Oh, God. All right, no worries.
So I don't have anywhere to put the snake. Are you trying to dump a snake on me? Is that what you're trying to do? I'm not a snake rehoming charity, dude. No, I'm not doing this.
As a lockdown companion mascot. You'd have to look after
I've already got one in. I've already got one in here somewhere. Okay. I don't need another.
You don't want one.
They're not like social creatures.
You've got like loads of time you've sat talking to me and a snake. It's like, what the fuck happened to your life? My idea was like all the listeners would like pitch in a bit of money. We'd buy you all your stuff that you need, and then we'd have a lockdown companion snake. Like a
Why don't you do it?
I don't want a snake.
I've tried and I've lost it.
All right, we'll keep looking for a mascot.
Dude, I'd love you to have a snake.
No, not happening. Don't want one. Don't like them. Biggest thing, don't like them. Not interested.
Don't like
you.
them.
You said you used to like just getting it out, and that's how you ended up losing it. Whereas I just leave it in and never touch it because I wouldn't even want to see it.
Well, you'd love the one I currently got then.
Yeah. I'm petrified about staying at your house. I'll be honest.
Get yourself a Russian rat snake.
No, it's fine. Like, I ain't staying in your house, bro. All right. If you could, at Lee Bateman 37, if you could do any other profession, what would it be? The wage doesn't matter.
I think, did we talk about this the other day? We talked about how there's something about like, I don't know, just like owning a coffee shop and just having something slightly. That's really stupid of me to say that, because I'm sure if I owned a coffee shop, it would be stressful as fuck. But I just like the idea of something where you can just like bumble along. I'd like to have a nice coffee shop, have like different artists do evenings.
Nice.
Have different musicians come in, maybe comedy nights in a cool location in the woods. I don't know, something like that would be cool. Yeah.
I like that. That's a good one. You know what? I'd mirror that at the moment. I'd just mirror it. I'd be like, that'd set me up.
Might be a current feeling I have. You know, that might change. I might want to be a stuntman tomorrow. But from where I'm sat right now,
no.
I know.
This is a good one. At Nick B1006. Olly rarely shows any interest in MTB tech or gear. Does the latest and greatest matter to you?
I love it. You picked up on it.
Isn't it?
Wow, that's really good. It goes to show that you can't hide who you are if you talk on a podcast, can you?
You can't.
You've got to be quite careful as a pro rider to talk about this stuff, but largely I would say that things matter a little bit less than people make out.
Right.
In terms of like differences on bikes.
You're not like super geeky about tech and bike stuff.
No. Neither is any of my friends.
Yeah.
Neither are many pro riders. I'd like to say. I mean, if you're racing, things do get a bit different, I guess. But still, dude, it doesn't matter as much as sometimes you might be led to believe from the marketing. Totally. And it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's marketing I'm part of. But like, ultimately, yeah. If something seems like, wow, yeah, that's magic. Wow, yeah, it probably isn't.
It's true. Yeah,
also,
never been geeky.
Also, you don't strike me as geeky about them. Yeah. Like, right, because I can notice difference on a lot of stuff, but I have to be really pushing as hard as I can. I have to be going really, really flat out to start to feel differences and stuff. And I think for the most part, people just need to just enjoy it. It's about having fun ultimately. And you start worrying about like your bloody slow speed rebound damping, and it just gets too much. It's too complicated. It's too ridiculous. You're on a push bike. You're in the woods. Enjoy yourself. Shut up.
I'm with you. People love like talking about tires and stuff, don't they? Like, oh, what's that tire? Like, honestly, I'm the worst person because I'm like, seem all right. Like, again, unless I'm going down a racetrack and someone's timing me and I'm really thinking about it, you don't notice. Like, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe people are different, but
I think as well the angle I come from is because I've always had to feed back on stuff. So I've always had to think about it loads since I was really young. Like feedback on what do you think of this bar? What do you think of this stem? So I started having to think about it when I really didn't care. When I was like, I don't know, when I was like 17, I was like feeding back on like stuff I didn't care about, and I guess I do nerd out on stuff more than I used to, for sure. Like it's really important, like a bar bend is really important. Obviously, I've designed a lot of products, With that said, nothing. You don't just put death grips on and then you go really fast. It's just a nice bike product, and I think like that's across the board quite often the case. It gets sort of confused into thinking, I put this on my bike, do the bolts up, I'm Sam Hill.
Yeah.
Sam Hill's Sam Hill. No one else.
Yeah. It's true. I think you might have a bit of an input on this one. At Oscar Ricketts 18, can I get sponsors off the back of my TikTok following?
Probably, man. Yeah, I mean, you probably can. Yeah. Do you want to do that? I guess is what you got to ask yourself. And
you need sponsors. Why do you want a sponsor?
Do you want sponsors?
Are the right sponsors?
That's a good question.
You through TikTok, or are you just going to get discount code?
Have you ever seen those brands that have basically targeted probably young men like Oscar, really, that feel that they want sponsors, which is cool. They're pursuing something. It's rad. But there's companies out there that are built around that. So they're like goggle brands that have this like ambassador program.
Yeah,
but they don't sell normally. They only sell to the people that are sponsored by them. Have you seen that?
Code, and then it's like almost a bit pyramidy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't quite understand the pyramid scheme, but almost it seems a bit like they then earn off them, and sounds like
there's some really funny brands out there. I've noticed it in a few like kids videos, like Groms from where I live. They start getting picked up by these like a t-shirt company, a weird t-shirt company, or it just strikes me as funny. I'm sure you can get sponsored for a TikTok. People make loads of money, don't they?
Apparently, seem to.
You can get TikTok rich.
At Rowan Simpson MTB, how can I find places to dig and not annoy walkers / the council? This is interesting. Sorry, I just remembered. Ages ago it weren't even ages ago, weren't you? I was talking to Sam about an old location where I had a BMX track, where there was a BMX track, and then we were kids and we campaigned to get.
Yeah, you did talk to me about that. Yeah.
We campaigned to get the bit of land at the side of it. Well, I just emailed Saturday, the council to try and get the land back. Yeah, man, because if there's ever been a point in my life where I can do that again and like put a bit of resource,
get some trails going, dog. Yeah,
probably now, and like try and get some earth and all that sort of stuff. So I've just done that actually. So anyway, slightly off topic, but there you go.
Oh, good on you, brilliant.
Yeah.
Good on you.
So what do you think to that?
I don't know anything about that. I stick to the bike parks. I stick to the rules. I have nothing to give on that note.
I like it. At CJ, I'm just moving on. At CJ Rowley. I've read the wrong one, but anyway. Arm wrestle between you two. Who wins? I reckon...
Between me and you, Davey.
I reckon you might take that, to be honest.
Nah, dude, I've spent some sofa time now. I'm really not... Do you know, I feel less of myself because of this injury. I have to get my girlfriend to bring my glass to my table and stuff. You can't do it. Like, I just feel pathetic at the minute. I go through life normally not feeling that way. I feel strong and independent, and I've had my wings clipped, dude. So right now, you're smashing me at an arm wrestle.
All right, I'll take it.
But I'm coming for you. You better believe I'm coming for you. If I could do a Hulk Hogan impression, I'd do it right
just
now.
Just rip your shirt off. All right, bro. We're good. Last one. At Brad_Raven. What is the most ridiculous thing someone has tricked you into doing or believing? I wish I'd thought of that.
There'll be a really, really good one. There will be a really, really good one, I'm sure. But I can't think at the minute. I've been sending around, people ask me how my ankle is, I've been sending them that X-ray with the giant hog in. I quite like that. That's my current gag.
Like that. That's a good one.
I can't think of what I've been told, because my mum and dad are good at that sort of thing. They will have, the ice cream truck. My parents said that we all got diarrhea. So then any time the ice cream truck would turn up, with the music on, we'd all be like, I wish we could get ice cream, but we all get diarrhea. It was completely fabricated.
I like that.
And then my friend
Ben used to tell, I can't remember who it is, the kids that if the ice cream truck was making a noise, that meant they'd ran out of ice cream, and they were telling everyone.
Yeah, that's so good. That is so good, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't think it.
My grandpa used to tell my mum there was like a statue, a place they went to, and they'd go past every day, and he used to tell her that she needed to put her hand under the lion's tail and make a wish, and then he'd just stand there, and it was just like so there's this little girl with her hand up the lion's bum making a wish. I can't wait to do that stuff like that with my kids. Brilliant.
You're having kids, are you?
One day, please. Do you not want kids? I mean, I'm not suggesting we have kids. I just mean in your life, you have kids, and I have kids in my life separately.
I'm on the fence.
We don't need it.
I'm on the fence.
You're on about getting a snake mascot and kids.
Imagine getting a kid.
You're moving too fast, Davey.
Pretty funny. We could get like a little.
You're on the fence with a kid,
Yeah,
are
at
you?
the moment I am, yeah. I always, being younger, I was like, I'd like to have a little kid and blah, blah, blah. And then as I've got older, I wouldn't say I'm selfish. It's not that. Like, I enjoy doing my own stuff. And I don't necessarily really like what you'd be bringing a kid into at the moment.
True that.
You know? We don't need more. There's enough.
Yeah, true that as well.
I honestly,
All right, adopt one
the
then.
idea of adopting at some point further down the line, I think that would be nice. But they wouldn't have any of my skills, so it'd be pretty useless, I think.
It's true, man.
Have you watched that film?
If they're not like you, what's the point?
There's a film on Netflix. It's called Instant Family, and it's about.
No, I haven't.
It's good, dude. I watched it last night.
I feel like someone's told me about it. Is it good?
There's a woman on there that's like, she's going to foster a child, and all she's looking for is a black child that will turn into a 6'7" NFL player. It's so funny. And she like, they go to this fostering event, and she's like throwing a ball at all these kids, seeing if they'll catch it. It's hilarious. Funny. So that's it, really. I think, dude. The only other things we just need to do. First of all, I want to say, if you're around on Thursday evening, BBC 2, 8 o'clock, I'm on TV. So it'd be cool if you guys could watch.
You're not. Oh, it's your thing. Your drowning
I
thing.
can see.
Mate,
8
wicked.
o'clock Thursday.
Oh, well,
BBC
good.
2, if you want to see that. I'm a bit nervous, I'll be honest, because they could spin it and make us look like total idiots, which we were. But like more so on national TV, we'd be more idiots than we were just on a podcast.
Oh, I look forward to that, dude. I really look forward to that.
Good.
Nice one.
What else? We were going to give away a set of DMR pitchforks or whatever they're called, ODub signature forks. But should we do that on the next episode, and we'll come up with some sort of.
Yeah, let's do on the next episode. Do you know what I've got, which I've signed myself up for, which is a big mistake, and I've got it here now, but it is the Focus German ad read. So I know that the idea. Yeah, it's gone. I know the idea of this is to make fun of me and to make me read out something that I don't understand, but I'm going to do it anyway.
What's the ad read for?
Focus Farad.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay, you ready? You ready? This is good. Die Folge 19 des Hookit Podcasts wird auch präsentiert von Focus Bikes. Mit uns fährst du nie allein, denn wir haben für jeden das richtige Bike, egal ob Rennrad, Gravelbike, Mountainbike, EMTB, E-Roadbike oder Trekkingbike. Seit heute ganz neu das Atlas Gravelbike. Besuch unsere Website und einfache mehr www.focusbikes.com. That wasn't
good,
bad.
Dude. You can tell you've been in Germany a while, huh? That was really good.
Ja, ein bisschen. Dankeschön. And then he's also sent me a tongue twister, which for sure I'm going to fuck up. I don't know what it means. That could be something bad, but... Blaukraut bleibt, Blaukleid, bleibt, Braukleid. I don't know what that means. So I think obviously Blau is blue. Bleibt, I don't know what bleibt is.
Okay.
Kraut, Blaukraut, blue, what's kraut? It is,
Well, I've actually got the translation, so you didn't get that, I guess.
You know what the tongue twister translation is? You. And then Brow Clyde, blue clothes. Hey, help me out here.
Not
I'm
far
struggling.
off, dude. I'm
live.
impressed actually at your German knowledge. So, Blaukraut Bleit, Blaukraut, Braukleid Bleibt, Braukleid translates to.
And if you're still listening, it is you are a saint. If you're still listening, you should.
Yeah. Red cabbage remains red
Impressive.
cabbage. Wedding dress remains wedding dress. That's what it is.
Really?
Interesting.
How funny. So wedding dress is Blaukleid. Blue clothes.
Braukleid. Yeah, red wedding dress.
Oh, it's not Blau, it's Brow. Yeah. So that just means bride clothes.
Bride clothes. Yeah. Oh, wow. You close though, man. You had the colour, but not quite, and then you had the clothes, but not quite. It was good.
Yeah, good. Nearly there. Good, thanks.
And then we're going to support a small business, which I'm excited about. And thank you everybody so much for reaching out. I honestly, dude, I reckon there's been about minimum 40, probably closer to 50 people reach out with small businesses and wanted us to just try and give them some props. So we'll do the first one, and then we'll figure out a way of maybe doing a couple for a couple of episodes as well.
That's amazing that all our listeners have small businesses.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's amazing how many there are, though, man. How many are affected by this? Honestly, it's fucking scary. This one, we want to give a bit of a shout out to a company called RX Sport. Now, full disclosure, because I want to be truthful and honest, I do know these guys, but only because I've sold to them in the past. And one of the people who works there, Phil, always listens to the podcast. He's listened to all of them, and they're just genuinely like really nice people. So the people the company RX Sport, what they do is they do everything from the neck up for mountain biking and skiing. So one of the reasons that I think it's important to support these guys is because winter has been dog shit for most of these customers or companies because they rely on winter helmets, winter ski goggles, and obviously all that stuff is not happening. So they've basically missed a whole season of sales. So really cool company, RX Sport. They do Melon, POC, Oakley, Smith, Gyro, helmets, goggles, face masks. They do anything from the neck up. And they've done an offer as well. So if you use the code HKT Lockdown, you can get 10% off anything on the store. And they're also giving somebody a chance to become an ambassador for RX Sport as well. And I know we've just joked about that, but this is like an actual ambassador where they will get product and they can earn commission and all sorts of stuff off it. So there's a link in the show description to check that out as well, because there's a URL that they've set up. People can go to and check it out. So yeah, HKT Lockdown. Take a look at the website. They've got loads of mountain bike brands, helmets, goggles, sunglasses, whatever you want. And 10% off. So that's cool. Thank you guys for reaching out, and hopefully we can, if you do want that sort of stuff, head over and support a really nice company. They are like legit cool company, really nice people. So, and then we'll do a different one on the next episode. All right.
Nice. Good job, dude. That's a cracking idea. That was.
I think hopefully we can do that, do a little bit more, and then we'll throw some Instagram posts up for him and stuff as well. That. For me, I think is pretty much it. I want to be mindful of this. We're just up to 2 hours. Probably lost Wyn's recording, I'll be honest with you, but hopefully it's there. And hopefully not. Fingers crossed. This thing, man, it's not easy to work. I'll be honest with you, but we're getting there.
Yeah. All right. All right, dude. Well, thanks for having me along for episode 19 of the Lockdown Companion. And I think doesn't look like there's anything changing over here. We've managed to do the first episode of all the Lockdown Companions without talking about COVID-19. And that
up in the bonus episode.
Is a banger of an episode. Dude, yeah. And what a way to end. Word. Fantastic.
Peace and love. Bye.
Peace.
All right.
And COVID.
Peace and COVID.